Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about printing your artworks on a t-shirt, because yesterday I uploaded a video about a ceramic studio as a business model on our IGTV, and we received a lot of positive feedback. Thank you very much for all these nice comments. And someone asked us about advice for his art t-shirt print business, and I thought it's a really good idea to talk about it, because most of the artists, when they approach art merchandising, the first thing they think about or they would like to do is to print their artworks on a t-shirt. And this is not really new to me, because I have experienced this myself. I was talking to an artist friend of mine, Wolfgang Stiller, and he became quite famous, and I suggested him a few years ago to make art merchandising just to get extra income, to support his family, to just live a nicer life, because his hard work is finally paid off and he should squeeze, let's say, more pennies out of his existing portfolio. And he was quite disliked this idea, rejecting it, and he was like, I don't want my artworks to be printed on a mug or on a pillow. So I said, well, why not making a little mini keychain of your matchstick man? And he was furious. He was like, I will never do that. No keychains, never mention this word to me ever again. And then after a few months, I saw on my social media feed of a t-shirt with his artworks printed on it. So I was like, why? And he told me that in fact it was a not-for-profit organization asking him to use his image to make t-shirts for this charity, and it's for a special cause. And he wanted to contribute and to give back to the community. So he agreed to make this t-shirt print and donate the profit to the organization. So it was a different case. It was not exactly art merchandising, but more like a not-for-profit social action, which I think is a really good idea. And no matter if you are thinking about making t-shirts to sell and to make money, or perhaps one day you will consider making t-shirts for a different project, for a different cause, and I think it's really good to know different ways of making such t-shirts so that you are ready when the moment comes. So there are different ways of making t-shirts, and there are almost infinite combinations of how you can go about it. The most labor-intensive way, the most artistic way, is by making the t-shirts completely by hand, printing it in your studio, and you can also hire someone to help you out, but basically everything is done in-house. And the pro is that you can control the quality, you can control subtle differences in your production, and perhaps you can make as many variations as you wish, and you can really control the stock. You can sell it to whoever at whatever price you want, and you are in control completely. The con is that you have to invest in all these machines, and you have to keep large inventory of different sizes, different colors of t-shirts. Imagine men, woman, children size, and all these silk prints are very large, and you have to store them in a very dry and nice place. Finally, it might take a lot of your studio space, and you don't have the space for your own art. The second way of making this t-shirt is by contracting a local print studio. The good thing is that you have a lot of flexibility. You can contract one or change to another one for the quality or for the price, and you don't have to keep much machinery, although you do have to keep the inventory a lot of times. If you want to have a special kind of t-shirt, you have to import them from China, or you have to perhaps just buy them from a local provider and then bring it to one printer and then bring it to another printer, and then collect the stocks and then store them and then ship them out or sell them in your studio. So finally you have a lot of manual processes. If you don't have the time and you think that all of these things is a lot of trouble, I think I agree that it is a lot of trouble. So perhaps what you can do is to completely outsource everything and do everything print on demand by using Society 6, Redbubble, Printful, Printify. All you need to do is to upload a high quality photo of your artwork, and then just select which kind of products you allow them to sell on, and then you just save, click, and you just wait for the money to arrive. The pro is obviously you don't have no inventory, you don't spend more time than just uploading your images, but the disadvantage is that you don't control the quality unless you order it and then ship it and you manually see and then adjust your image, but usually you just have to trust them, so the quality is really out of your hands. And also the second disadvantage is you don't get a lot of money from it, perhaps just a few dollars per t-shirt. compared to when you do it yourself. Perhaps you can get more margin. For example, you can get perhaps $10 per t-shirt, and if you can sell 100 t-shirts every week, that's 20 a day, Monday to Friday. That's probably how much you could make anyway. As an artist, you have a lot of other commitments and other things in life. So if this is your side business, 100 is really plenty, and it means you can earn 1,000 every week. 1,000 every week could sound a lot, but thinking about how much time you are going to invest and how much risks you are taking, because if you don't sell all this inventory, it can, go bad. Like a white t-shirt can, become yellow, or, it can change textures after a few years of being stored inappropriately in a humid place, for example. It's just in general a lot of trouble for you to do. So if you think that you don't want this trouble, you want to focus on producing art, very well, I would rather suggest you to spend the time and money producing artworks. For example, you spend $500 in making this piece of art and then selling it for $1,500, and you earn $1,000 a week the same way. But this $1,000 is you earned as an artist. And out of this, you can still exploit your original works of art and print these artworks on a t-shirt, on Society6, Printful, Printify, all these service providers, so that you get passive income. And this income can be little, but the passive income means you don't have to work extra hours, and everything you had to do is to wait for the money to come. Of course, I'm not saying that it's easy and the money is just, falling from the sky. You do have to have a solid brand, to have high quality images so that you can sell your artworks on your social media, you can sell them on the internet. You do need to have some kind of effort, but the effort is not directly linked to only making the t-shirts. This effort can be promoting your brand as an artist, and your artworks will grow as well. You don't just make it for the art merchandise. I think by using those print-on-demand service providers, you are saving a lot of time, which you could use this time on producing original works of art, which could make you a better artist and make you more famous on the internet, and you can sell more art merchandise, and it's like a very positive cycle. And I think it's something that you really should consider when you approach selling art on your t-shirt. Usually, I would always recommend artists to use POD service providers so that they can save time, and their valuable, precious time can be used, in doing something better, more productive, more creative, and let the professionals do their job. However, there are some exceptions. For example, if you're making this little dinosaur, that is not done by POD service providers. They don't offer such services. You have to do it yourself, or you can ask for a local service provider to do it for you, but then you have a competitive advantage against those POD services because you are doing something different. And then you have to make sure that you market your products, your merchandise, differently from such services and emphasize on this quality. And for example, I think Plaster 8 didn't emphasize enough. In fact, that after they print everything by hand, they will destroy their stencils, they will destroy all of their silk screens, so that they will have this as a unique pieces, like limited edition, but they never advertise that. And I think it's a pity. If they do promote this idea and distinguish themselves from their cheaper competitors, they can really shine, and they can sell these t-shirts for twice as expensive as what they're selling now. So this is all what I want to say today about printing your artworks on a t-shirt. If you have any questions, make sure that you write me a comment below. I will get back to you ASAP. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.